Hello and welcome back to my channel. Right, today I'll be making sweet and sour pork. So for this I'll be using pork, which is right here. I'm using belly pork for this. So I'm also using vegetable oil, and for the marinade I'm using light soy sauce, some rice wine or raki, and some garlic cloves and some ginger. For the coating I'm using corn flour, salt, white pepper, celery salt, castor sugar, and vegetable oil again. And for the sauce I'm using vegetable oil, red peppers, garlic cloves, and ginger. I'm trying to find out what I've got on the thing. I should put them all in little dishes really. So ginger, ketchup, some raki, and some rice vinegar, sesame oil, light soy sauce, brown sugar. I'm using dark brown sugar for this, and pineapple chunks. And then for the batter I'm using rice flour, corn flour, baking powder, which is over there, over there, and the baking flour is there somewhere, it's butter. So right, I'm just going to start now with the meat. I'm going to cut the meat into chunks and then put it in here ready for the marinade. So I'll just crack on with that a second. Move everything out of the way first, is it? Right, I'll just crack on. I just moved everything away just to have a little bit of order here. So I've cut the rind off the pork, and I'll be frying this up and giving it to the dogs for later. So right now I want to be making the marinade for that, and I'll leave it in there for an hour. So for the marinade I'm using a tablespoon of light soy sauce, some rice wine, raki, or you could use also some sherry, clove of garlics, and a thumb of ginger. So I'm just going to crack on with that now. So I got my thumb of ginger, and I'll just peel this. I'm going to grate the ginger in. And I'm going to use lazy garlic because I couldn't find any garlic at the shop, to be honest, and I haven't got any at home. So I'm going to put some lazy garlic in with it now. I'll put about a teaspoon. Teaspoon of lazy garlic. Some raki in here now. 1 1 tablespoon raki, and I'm also going to use some sherry. And I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce. A little extra. I'm just going to let this marinate in here now. I'll cover it with some cling film and I'll let it for an hour. Right, for the coating I'm going to use in 50 grams of corn flour, I'll leave that. And I want half a teaspoon of salt, I've also got some celery, a teaspoon of celery, teaspoon of white pepper, teaspoon of white pepper, 2 teaspoons of caster sugar, and that's it. I should mix that in now and then add it with the pork. I'll just add this now to the pork. It's been marinating for the last hour, so I'll add that now. Right, I've covered the pork with the coating, and now I'm going to make the batter. Right, for the batter I'm going to use 100 grams of rice flour, of rice flour, 100 grams now of corn flour, 100 grams of corn flour. Oop, too much. And 100 grams of corn flour, one teaspoon of baking powder, and 200 mils of water. So I'll just get the water sec. I have the oil on heating. Just get so there's roll in the butter. I'll just crack on with this a second. I've just cooked a few of the pork balls for now, and I'm putting them in another dish. And let that heat up now, and I'll add some more, and I'll just cook them all now. I like to make sure that they are thoroughly cooked and cooked through. Not they brown, not just on the outside, but they cooked on the inside too. Leave them a few minutes now. I cooked the rinds for the dogs, and leave those aside. All my pork balls now are all cooked, thoroughly cooked, and nice and brown. And spitting at me. Oh. I'll have that one now. I shall turn this off the heat a minute. I'll have that one. I'll be using the oil in here now to make the sauce. So right, I'll just crack on with the sauce a minute. I'll get all the ingredients ready. Now, in the pan, I've got one red bell pepper. I'll just stick that in the oil and cook it until soft. So I'll just cook this. Where's my thing gone? Just toss these in the oil now until they're cooked and soft. So as they're cooking, I'll just add 2 teaspoons of the lazy garlic. A little bit of celery. Add into that away. Turn this down because I don't want to burn the garlic. So turn it right down to soften them. And now in my kitchen. Just peel this a second. I want some ketchup, so it's about 2 tablespoons of ketchup. 4 tablespoons of rice vinegar. That's what I put there. So I've added 4 tablespoons of rice vinegar, some ketchup, some sesame oil, some light soy sauce, light soy sauce, a teaspoon of brown sugar. As I said, I'm using dark brown sugar. About a teaspoon gone in. And also some pineapples. Just stir this about first. Everything to put down now. And also add pineapples. Tip the tart the juice out. And then add the rest. Just one whole tin. And just let that cook and thicken up a minute. And here it is, my sweet and sour pork balls with brown rice, and there's my sweet and sour with pineapples. There's my pork. I'm going to check into this now. And I'm going to enjoy. Again, if you like what I've cooked, please press like, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider it. Be really grateful. And for all those who's returning, thank you very much. I hope you've liked this. And I'm going to tuck into this now and enjoy. Lovely. Lovely.